The following message is being broadcasted by the request of your local authorities. Please do not ignore this alert, as this message contains instructions that are crucial for your survival. Residents of the city of Charlotte, North Carolina, seek an indoor structure immediately. At around 11:25 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, multiple eyewitness reports stated seeing a large creature roaming in the suburbs of Charlotte. Many people and eyewitnesses believe that this creature is the Spinosaurus, which was one of the main dominant predators during the prehistoric era around 67 million years ago. This reptile has the following description: it possesses a long narrow skull resembling that of a crocodile and nostrils near the eyes. Its teeth are straight and conical. It is roughly 18 meters or 59 feet tall, and it weighs about 20 tons. If you see this reptile heading towards your location, immediately get clear of the beast, and call the Charlotte Police Department stating when and where you saw the creature. Do not approach this creature, as it is considered extremely dangerous. It will attack and kill anyone on sight. Stay tuned to radio stations for more information on this developing situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Charlotte Police Department and the Charlotte Federal Emergency Management. This is an update message to the previous alert that was issued around 45 minutes ago. Residents of downtown Charlotte and surrounding areas, go inside and lock your doors and windows immediately. The reptile that was reported to be roaming outside of Charlotte has been confirmed to be near the downtown area of Charlotte and is currently causing destruction and chaos in the city of Charlotte. If you spot this creature heading towards your location, either run away as fast as you can, or get into the nearest building. Around 30 fatalities and around 80 injuries have been reported due to this situation. If this creature attempts to enter your home/facility, protect yourself by all means. This includes lethal force. Please stay tuned for more information on this dangerous situation. Civil danger for the city of Charlotte and its surrounding suburbs. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Charlotte Police Department and in conjunction with the Charlotte Federal Emergency Management. A civil danger warning has been issued for Charlotte and surrounding suburbs until further notice. At around 1:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, multiple reptile-like creatures were seen entering the city limits of Charlotte. According to reports from civilians, these reptiles are believed to be the following predators from the prehistoric era. They include the Tyrannosaurus rex. It is around 12 to 20 feet in height. It has two large abdominal legs, which are responsible for its movement. Its body can stretch to about 40 feet, about the size of a school bus, and tiny arms. The Elaceros. It is around 16.5 feet in height. It has large horns on the tip of its head, generally in front, or above its eyes. It can run to 13 to 35 miles per hour. It weighs about 4 tons, and its body can stretch to 8.5 meters or 28 feet in length. The velociraptor, it is around 1.8 meters or 6 feet in length. It weighs around 45 kilograms or around 100 pounds. It's very swift and agile, making it easy for it to catch up to its prey, and it has long claw-like arms with a long tail. These reptiles are considered to be extremely dangerous, as they were seen attacking and brutally murdering anyone they come across. If you see any of these dinosaurs around your house, or heading towards your general location, do not attempt to confront them at all costs, as they will attack and kill anything on sight. The Charlotte National Guard and the Charlotte Police Department have been dispatched to contain the threat. All residents should be prepared to evacuate, should this situation get out of hand. At this time, gather up any food, water, clothes, and blankets, phones with phone chargers, a battery-operated radio with extra batteries, and medical supplies. If an evacuation is issued, all residents are ordered to leave in a calm and orderly manner and remain calm. Stay tuned for more information on this life-threatening situation. Evacuate now. I repeat. Evacuate now. Your life is in extreme danger. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Charlotte Police Department and in conjunction with the Charlotte Federal Emergency Management. A mandatory evacuation order is now in effect for all residents in the city of Charlotte and its surrounding suburbs. The situation concerning the large and violent reptiles, now known as dinosaurs, are confirmed to be killing and destroying anything in their wake, and were seen rampaging through military and police officials. These dinosaurs will kill anyone they come across, showing no mercy. These dinosaurs attack their prey in a very brutal manner, such as grabbing, clawing or biting and eating their prey, making it impossible to escape. All residents are ordered to evacuate the city limits, and are urged to not return home, as you will be returning to nothing besides chaos and destruction. Those who are choosing to stay behind are putting their life in imminent peril. When you are evacuating, make sure to tie a white-colored shirt or cloth to your area of residence, to indicate you have safely left the area. If you hear a siren in your general location, you are in the evacuation order. Take food, bottled water, medicine and medical supplies, changes of clothes, phones, and phone chargers, and a battery-operated radio with extra batteries, to last you for the duration of this emergency. Evacuate now. Your life is in danger. Evacuation is now in effect for areas within a 45-mile radius of Charlotte, North Carolina. The following message is being broadcasted at the request of your local Federal Emergency Management Agency, as well as the North Carolina Department for Homeland Security. An evacuation order is now in effect for all residents who are within a 45-mile radius of Charlotte. The situation concerning the reptilian creatures, better described as dinosaurs, have been seen in surrounding suburbs around Charlotte. These reptiles are considered to be extremely dangerous, as they were seen attacking, killing, mauling and/or eating anyone they come across. A very disturbing description was also given to the police. It was seen that these reptiles were devouring anyone that they see, including police and National Guard officials, as well as checkpoints set up by military officials being run over. These dinosaurs are spreading rapidly, and it is currently unknown if these dinosaurs will spread beyond North Carolina state lines. Should these dinosaurs spread beyond North Carolina, residents near the state border of North Carolina should be prepared to evacuate, as these reptiles will not stop for anything, and will kill anyone on sight. If you see one or more of these creatures near your home/facility, or heading towards your general location, hide. Do not attempt to approach or confront these dinosaurs, as they are considered extremely dangerous. They will attack and kill anything on sight. If these creatures enter your home, use armed protection by all means. This includes lethal force. Military officials are working on a mitigation effort to get this situation under control. Should this situation get out of hand, the National Guard may have to inflict acts of violence on its own soil. Please stay tuned for more updates on this situation.
Keep your ass moving. Move. Move. Keep your ass running. Don't stop running. Move your ass. Move.
There's too many of them, sir. We need air support right now. Right now. Nathan, get your ass on that radio and call on air support. Keep on firing.
Copy that, sir. Case, come in. We're beat shit over here. We need air support and backup now. Said victims, everything you got. We need help. They're overrunning us. Targets are on the bridge over the river. Send help.
Copy. We have taxi intelligence system and citizens dispatched to your area. All supply soldiers.
Oh, my God. That dinosaur just turned that tank over. Keep on firing, man. Keep firing.
No. Sir, they survived the air support. We need to fall back. Fall back. There's too many. We gotta get out of here. A statewide evacuation of North Carolina is now in effect. The following message is being broadcasted by the request of your local Federal Emergency Management Agency, as well as the North Carolina National Guard, and in conjunction with the North Carolina Department for Homeland Security. A mandatory evacuation order is now in effect for all residents who are within the state lines of North Carolina. The situation with the reptilian creatures, dinosaurs, has been confirmed to be deteriorating dramatically, as military officials outside of Charlotte were completely run over. The acts of mitigation around Charlotte has been proven to be ineffective. These dinosaurs are spreading farther and farther, and it is believed that these dinosaurs will spread beyond the state lines of North Carolina. Anyone who is located within a 45-mile radius of the border of North Carolina should now prepare to evacuate, as these dinosaurs will maul and destroy anything they come across. All residents within a 70-mile radius of the border of North Carolina are under a voluntary evacuation. You do not have to evacuate if you choose not to, but be prepared for a mandatory evacuation within the upcoming hours. The military is working their hardest on a mitigation of this disaster. If these dinosaurs spread beyond North Carolina and its states surrounding, be prepared for a national-level emergency. When you are evacuating, make sure to tie a white-colored shirt or cloth to your area of residence to indicate you have safely vacated the area. If you hear a siren in or around your area, you are in the evacuation order. Make sure to take non-perishable food, bottled water, phones, and phone chargers, a battery-operated radio with extra batteries, medicine and medical supplies, and any form of weaponry. Do not approach these dinosaurs, as they will attack or kill anything on sight. If these creatures attempt to enter your home, use armed protection by all means. This includes lethal force. Please stay tuned for more updates on this deadly situation. This is a presidential announcement. Please stand by for a message from the president or one of his representatives. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Please stand by for a message from a representative of the president.
The following message that I am about to tell you has been given authorization at the request of the North Carolina Federal Emergency Management and the North Carolina National Guard. I strongly encourage you all listen to this message, as this is pertaining to a situation that's getting out of hand. Around 3 or 4 hours ago, sightings of reptilian creatures outside of Charlotte that we now believe are dinosaurs are spreading rapidly throughout the state of Carolina. It was also seen that these dinosaurs were wreaking havoc in the city of Charlotte. One eyewitness report even stated that entire buildings being collapsed and demolished by these beasts rampaging through the streets. My fellow Americans, we do not know how this happened or why this is taking place. But at this time, I encourage you to follow these instructions in case this situation gets any worse. these dinosaurs spread into your state, or are expected to go to your state in the next upcoming hours, I strongly encourage you to gather up any food or water, weapons, clothes, batteries, radios, phones and phone chargers, blankets, and a vehicle. If you don't have a vehicle, we have means of transportation. The National Guard will help you get to nearest pickup station. Mitigation efforts are currently in effect, but it was also reported that military forces outside of Charlotte failed to contain these reptiles. There was even reports of entire fighter jets being ripped out of the sky and brought down to the ground, where they then exploded in an attempt to form air support. My fellow Americans, I wish the best of luck to you all, and I wish that we get through this event. We will rise up stronger after this disaster, one nation under God. Thank you for listening to this message, and may God be with you all.
That was a message from a representative of the president. This is the emergency alert system serving the United States. We will discontinue programming until this situation has ended. This is an emergency action notification requested by the White House. All the EAS participants will follow all activation procedures in the EAS operating handbook for a national level emergency. The President of the United States, or one of his designated representatives, will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. We interrupt our regularly scheduled programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. This is an emergency action notification. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information for the public in assigned areas. This is WBBM TV, and we will continue to serve the Chicago area. If you are not in this local area, you should now tune to stations providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Chicago area. Do not use the telephone. All telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use only. We interrupt our programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is WBBM TV, and we will continue furnishing news, official information and instructions for the Chicago area. If you are not in the Chicago area, you should now tune to stations providing news and information for your area. It is important that you listen carefully to stations providing news and information for your area. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the United States government, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the Department for Homeland Security, and the United States National Guard. Do not turn off your television set or radio, as this message contains information pertaining to an ongoing national emergency. The national state of emergency has been instituted for the United States due to a situation that has gotten out of hand. The situation with massive, man-eating reptiles, dinosaurs, have been reported in several states throughout the country. These states include North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Georgia, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, and Illinois. These dinosaurs have spread faster than ever before, and in under 18 hours have spread throughout several states around the country. These dinosaurs are causing destruction, the light switch has never seen before, with entire cities and buildings being completely destroyed by these reptiles. It is expected that these dinosaurs will spread throughout the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii, and parts of Canada within the next 24 to 36 hours. The military have been dispatched to areas where the threat is present, and are doing their best to contain this unmitigated disaster. If these dinosaurs spread beyond the states mentioned, the military may have to inflict acts of warfare on its own soil. If you are in the states reporting these dinosaurs, you are advised to do the following instructions. At this time, you should seek an interior room on the lowest floor, away from any windows or exterior walls. Put as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. Gather supplies needed to last you for the duration of this emergency. Take non-perishable food, bottled water, medicine and medical supplies, a change of clothes, blankets, phones, and phone chargers, toiletries, a first aid kit, and a battery-operated radio with extra batteries. Do not approach or confront these dinosaurs at all costs, as they will attack and kill anyone on sight. If you are currently out on the road, and this is very important, pull over to the nearest shelter or find a nearby building. If these dinosaurs attempt to enter your home, use armed protection by all means to protect you and your family. This includes lethal force. Please understand that these orders are now in place, as there is very little other options available, as this event is spreading way out of control, and is the only way to contain this disaster. Those who are choosing to disobey these orders are at risk for certain death. Do not contribute in any riots, as inappropriate behavior will not be tolerated, and will result in arrest or execution. Please stay tuned for more updates on this catastrophic situation. We interrupt our regularly scheduled programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. This is an emergency action notification. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information for the public in assigned areas. This is XRAC, and we will continue to serve the Kansas City area. If you are not in this local area, you should now tune to stations providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Kansas City area. Do not use the telephone. The telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use only. We interrupt our regularly scheduled programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is XRAC, and we will continue furnishing news, official information and instructions for the Kansas City area. If you are not in this local area, you should now tune to stations providing news and information for your area. It is important that you listen carefully to stations providing news and information for your area. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the United States government, the United States Office of Civil Defense, the United States Department for Homeland Security, as well as the United Nations. Do not turn off your television or radio set, as this message is pertaining to information contributing to an ongoing national crisis. A national state of emergency has been instituted for the entire United States due to the situation concerning massive man-eating dinosaurs. Around 12 hours ago, reports of dinosaurs began circulating throughout states in the United States. These dinosaurs have now spread their influence to the entire United States, including the states of Alaska and Hawaii. These dinosaurs have spread faster than anything ever before. These dinosaurs are causing destruction never seen before in history, with cities being apocalyptically destroyed. The axe of mitigation against these dinosaurs is becoming smaller and smaller, as most forms of attempts to contain these reptiles have failed, and has resulted in countless loss of civilians, including militia and military personnel. The United States has released a statement for the act of mitigation against these dinosaurs. The United States has agreed to launch a coordinated firebombing of these creatures. These bombs are non-nuclear, but will cause major damage to the impacted area. If the bombing fails, the act of nuclear bombardment may be needed. If a nuclear strike is needed, all residents are strongly advised to consider seeking a nearby fallout shelter at this time. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear attacks or explosions, and can kill within minutes of exposure. If you cannot find a fallout shelter, local authorities will do their best to lead you to the nearest shelter. When you head to the shelter, make sure to take an adequate amount of supplies to your shelter for 2 to 3 weeks. Make sure to take non-perishable food, bottled water, medicine and medical supplies, phones and phone chargers, toiletries, blankets, a change of clothes, and a battery-operated radio with extra batteries. Do not leave the fallout shelter unless absolutely necessary. If you leave the shelter, you will be exposing yourself to deadly radioactive fallout. Please understand that this order is in place, as there is no other option available, as this event is spreading way out of humanity's control, and this is the only way to contain this event. Stay tuned into stations for more updates on this situation. We interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. This is an emergency action notification. This station has interrupted regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information for the public in assigned areas. This is WXRK, and we will continue to serve the United States. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the United States. Do not use the telephone. All telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use only. We interrupt our regularly scheduled programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is WXRK, and we will continue furnishing news, official information and instructions for the United States. It is important that you listen carefully to stations providing news and information for your local area. Nuclear strikes imminent. Repeating. Nuclear strikes imminent. This is not a test. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the United States government, as well as the United Nations. Do not turn off your television or radio set as this message is pertaining to news contributing to an ongoing catastrophic situation. The situation with the massive, man-eating dinosaurs has been confirmed to be completely out of our control. It was confirmed that the coordinated firebombing against the dinosaurs has failed miserably, as most of the dinosaurs survived the bombs. This means that nuclear strikes are now in place. The United States has agreed to launch 6 nuclear missiles containing P-83 nuclear warheads, and will strike the following areas located in the United States, where the threat is present. The areas include Chicago, Illinois, Dallas, Texas, Kansas City, Missouri, Phoenix, Arizona, New York City, New York, and Los Angeles, California. These warheads will strike these targeted areas within the next 15 to 20 minutes. If you are within a 300-mile radius of these locations, you are strongly advised to consider seeking out a nearby fallout shelter at this time. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear attacks or explosions, and can kill within minutes from exposure. If you cannot find a fallout shelter in your area, authorities will do their best to lead you to the nearest shelter. When you head to the shelter, make sure to take non-perishable food, bottled water, medicine and medical supplies, blankets, and pillows, a change of clothes, phones, and phone chargers, toiletries, a flashlight, a first aid kit and a battery-operated radio with extra batteries. Do not leave the fallout shelter for any reason, or unless absolutely necessary. If you leave the shelter you will be exposing yourself to deadly radioactive fallout. Since this situation is out of our control, it is advised that you prepare for the worst should the nuclear strikes fail. If the nuclear strikes fail, be prepared for these dinosaurs to spread to other countries across the world. Please understand that this is the only way to contain this event, as this event is out of our control. Please stay tuned into stations for more updates on this deadly situation. We interrupt our regular programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. This is an emergency action notification. All stations will remain on the air to provide news and information for the public in assigned areas. This station has interrupted its regular programming to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air. We will continue to serve the United States. Do not use the telephone. All telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use only. We interrupt our regularly scheduled programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the United States. Do not use the telephone. All telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use only. The following message is being broadcasted by the request of the United States government, as well as the United Nations. Do not ignore this alert, as this message contains information to an ongoing national emergency. It has been confirmed that the 6 B-83 nuclear warheads that were launched to strike various locations have, indeed, struck their targets. However, the cities that were impacted have been completely obliterated, as well as the threat that was present in these areas. Radioactive fallout is now heavily present in these areas, and anyone who is located within a 350-mile radius of these locations are in immediate danger. If you have not found a fallout shelter, go there now. Otherwise, seek an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building with no windows or exterior walls to the outside. If you do not have a lower level in your home, and if time allows, consider moving to a different shelter. Radioactive fallout has already been reported to be as high as 10 kilometers into the atmosphere. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear attacks and explosions, and can kill within minutes of exposure. Fallout is deadly. Even if it doesn't seem to be present, it is there. Those who are choosing to disobey these orders are putting their lives in grave danger. Please stay tuned into local stations for more information, as local stations will be providing news and information for people in the assigned areas. A all-clear message will be relayed once it is safe, or when this situation has stopped. Stay tuned for more updates on this situation. This is an emergency action termination. This is an all-clear message. The situation concerning the massive man-eating dinosaurs has been confirmed to be under control. Most dinosaurs that were present have been killed, or have died from radioactive fallout. However, there are some dinosaurs that are still alive, but do not pose a threat to the public, as they are non-hostile. However, there is mass devastation across the United States. The cities that were struck with the nuclear warheads that had the most dinosaurs present have been cataclysmically destroyed. There is nothing left standing in these cities. Anyone who is within the radius of these cities should consider staying in their fallout shelter. If you do not live near these cities, you may now leave your shelter, but be cautious, as there is still mass damage in your area. It is expected that it will take decades to rebuild and restore the places and cities lost due to this disaster. The National Guard is currently assisting people in affected areas. This concludes all operations of the emergency alert system. Your government thanks you for your cooperation during this emergency. All emergency alert system activations will now be handed over to local authorities. This concludes all operations of the emergency alert system. Your government thanks you for your cooperation during this emergency. All emergency alert system activations will now be handed to local authorities.